I'm Nick Dimmock. I'm Director of Investor Relations at 350 ppm. We're here at the Master Investor Show. This place has been absolutely packed out. Our stand is in a great place. We've had a huge amount of footfall. A lot of competing companies here, a lot of generalist brokers. It's really brought into focus the fact that we are so specialist. We brought with us today 3 businesses that we funded. Store Electric, which won the NAM Challenge not long ago. NAM, the biggest energy company in the Netherlands. Waste to Energy Solutions, which we started raising money for at the start of January. And then we've got Power on Demand Services. Sean Lindgren runs that.
We're looking to spread the word that now there's a boom taking place in renewable energies, and now is the time for investors to take it seriously and to get involved.
And what this is doing, it's giving normal individuals an opportunity to not only get into a market that does benefit the climate, but also doing something for them to give them a future and to give them a nest egg. That's what I like about this. You know, they can come in at the early stage with us and take the journey and then get a return at the end of it.
These companies are growing very quickly, and we've had a lot of interest from investors who want to invest in these companies because they qualify also for the EIS investment scheme that also is very attractive to them.
Both Store Electric and Power on Demand Services are about energy arbitrage. So in the last year, if you look at electricity prices, you're talking about minus £40 per megawatt hour to, when the beast from the east hit, £3,000 to £4,000 per megawatt hour.
It's our sort of large-scale, long-duration storage that is absolutely crucial to enabling renewables to power the world. It's the vast, largest sector of the market. We're addressing that market need and the scale at which it's being demanded, which is the gigawatt scale.
Waste to Energy Solutions puts plants together where they take waste, they take the recyclables out, everything that's left, they're able to actually convert it into energy in a way that's actually profitable. We can take it and we can create energy with it, clean energy, which is powering the grid.
One thing I've learned over these years is that the technology has to be proven and bankable.
And actually the returns, even for the investors of the smaller scale, produce such good IRRs.
We've had considerable interest for each one of these businesses.
It seems to be really a lot of people in our stand here looking to put some of their money towards these type of investments.
We are also working for something in the plastics sector. Essentially, you've got 3 different types of pollution. You've got gaseous pollution, which we have been mainly concerned about so far. Then you've got particulate pollution, and then you've got plastic pollution. Now, plastic pollution is very much in the news since Murdoch championed it. The company that we're very interested in actually turns plastics back into a fuel additive. And the chaps that developed the technology, have actually been putting it in their Mercedes for the last 6 months and driving around. The 350 ppm team and family, if you like, is now growing very, very rapidly. We're deeply involved on the day-to-day running of all of these businesses. It would appear that the businesses that we're funding are growing very, very quickly. We've got a lot of interest from the VCs, and we've got a tried and tested formula. Now, obviously, we're dealing with Store Electric, which has a fantastic technology, and they've picked up NAM as essentially their major sponsor. But they're going to be speaking to the same VCs. Power on Demand Services, we haven't even done the information memorandum, and they're speaking to VCs about £500 million worth of gas peaking projects, and that's coming back favourable. Waste to Energy Solutions as well. They've been funding for about 3 months. They're already speaking to VCs about the VC or the Family Office of the Infrastructure Fund buying all of their projects. So the process of getting a young project development company from incubation to expansion to VCs gets simpler.
For many years, renewable energies, anti-pollution was the world of the activist. It was the world of charity. These days, investors are able to get involved and are able to see very, very good returns from investments into renewable energies.
The vast majority of all the investment we've received has been through 350 ppm.
350 ppm is very specialised. It has now increasingly become a well-trodden path from businesses that go from incubation funding to expansion funding to VCs and then to listing.
We are one of the leaders in the world of renewable energies to investors.
As we go down this path, it is becoming more and more and more familiar, and the wonderful thing is that soon I'm going to be able to go out to project developers in other parts of the world, bring them in, start them a company here, and they will know that as soon as they do business with us, that we've got a successful business on their hand. All they have to do is do the same as they've been doing for the last 5 years, just under a UK-based entity.
It's a massive world that is changing around us, and the time to get involved is now, while it's in its infancy, while it's taking off. Now is the time for people to take notice of it.
The Kyoto Protocol was wonderful for us, and now we've got the Paris Agreement. All countries around the world are working to hit their targets. The estimates of how much we need to spend to decarbonise the economy to such an extent that we keep temperatures below 2 degrees of pre-industrial times is 90 trillion between now and 2050. 350 ppm and the companies that we're financing are in an excellent position to enable and facilitate this $90 trillion worth of investment that will need to come into the sector of the environmental revolution.